All right, we're back. I am back, I should say. Like Lori and Dennis and all sorts of folks. I better turn that down. Like and share, please. There are some storms moving in our area. They are not of the severe variety yet, thank God. Hopefully. What's up, Krista? Hopefully we don't. Hello, Brandy. Hello, Amber. Hello, Shelly. What's up, Bill? Hopefully we don't get any of the bad ones. Yeah, I heard that, PJ. Did you guys hear what he said about that storm down in Kentucky? 200-mile-an-hour winds in some spots. Mayfield, Kentucky. Hello, Kimberly. Hope you're feeling better. Plug in your phones and your flashlights. You never know. We got a little line coming through here any moment. What's up, Jerry? They're not severe yet. The ones that they move through here directly. Yeah, it's like a hurricane. Exactly, Angie. Hello, Teresa. But the way he made it sound, Power Out and Woodcrest Edition are ready. Thank you, Becky. Hello, Denise. Hello, Brian. Yeah, if you've got any reports, just post them on here. Hopefully we don't get the severe stuff. What's up, Darcy? Believe me, I didn't want to be on air at 11:05 at night tonight, but it is what it is. Hopefully these storms will. Morgan County Farmers Market tomorrow morning in Lowell over the Art Sanctuary. Thank you, dear. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Billy. Hello, Tiffany. There's Shelly. Amazon workers in Illinois. Was that in the area they got hit over there in Illinois, Kelly? I just heard him talk about the one in Kentucky, and that's 200-mile-an-hour winds in some areas. That's crazy. Mayfield, Kentucky. Not a whole lot you can do there. Hello, Jeff, and hello, Jeff Price. A couple of Jeffs popped on. Jeff, how are things in Lebanon? We've got some decent storms moving in the area. Nothing severe as of yet. That Mayfield, Kentucky thing. Hello, Billy. Half the warehouse collapsed. I hate to hear that. Prayers to them. Story is we're going to get this line we got right here is going to move through and whatever else pops up after that. That main, look like the back edge is still over in Illinois. So I suspect we'll have more as the night progresses. Hello, Nikita. I hope we dodge a bullet. Haven't finished watching Red Dawn. Good call, Jeff. Wolverines. Hopefully the original, because the new one is not even close. Well, hello, Juanette from Texas. We got a little line moving through right here, our area right now. Then it looks like there may be a little downtime before the main line of the front moves through around 1 a.m., they're saying. What's up, David? Hey, Kathy, I try. I'm no weather guy, but I figure once BAM goes off, and then I can at least transfer some information over. Howdy from Texas. No storms down in Texas tonight. I did check radar down there. It just looks like it might be getting chilly. Hopefully nothing like you guys had last year. But yeah, there's some major storms in and around the Midwest right now. The Kentucky storm, 200-mile-an-hour winds in Mayfield, Kentucky. Half of a warehouse collapse in Illinois, Amazon warehouse. Hello, Diane. It is windy here. I can hear the rain and the wind now. Hopefully it's somebody's telling me they're having horrible internet connections. No, you don't need to be heading to your basement right now. I think we're gonna. That's Jerry. I think once this slides enough east of us, you may be right. Everyone stay safe. Thunder in Buffalo. Nursing home hit in Arkansas. I did see that, Teresa. That's just devastating. I think if we get through this one here, we may be all right for a while. Level of nursing home. That's crazy. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good outside right now. Little rain, little storm don't hurt us. We just don't want none of that severe stuff, and we certainly don't want tornadoes. Jerry West from the Celtics. He wishes. We just don't want the big boomers. That's hello, Lori. We want to avoid that. And there's enough damage across the Midwest and across the country right now. Man, what a storm, all the way from Canada all the way down to past Arkansas. Prayers to the folks in Kentucky, Arkansas, and Illinois. Those seem to be the three hardest hit areas thus far. Yeah, it's storming outside, Teresa. It's nothing severe as of yet. Jared, how many days till spring exactly? Just so weird. December 10th. Closing in on December 11th. And we're dealing with this. Like and share this, get it out. Say it's not all my information, it's information I get from BAM as I watch it, and I just click over when they're done and go live and share what they said. Mr. Clark said probably around 1 o'clock here when the I don't want to say last wave, but like the main wave would come through, what's left of it. As Jerry said, if we luck out, we can slide in between the two and hit some dry spots for a long time. Hello, Heather. I hope that's the case. You're not wishing bad things on other counties and cities. I hope we all avoid the big ones tonight. Any reports? Let me know. I believe we said Woodcrest was out power already. Two dead in Kansas and Missouri and stuff torn up. Yeah, there's places in St. Louis that got hit pretty hard tonight too, is from what they were saying. They were under a tornado emergency, which I don't think I've ever heard that phrase. There's Kristen, Betty. Kristen and Betty popped on at the same time. But as of right now, we are not having severe storms. We're just having storms. We are still under a tornado watch, which means ingredients are good for things like that to happen. Hello, Kristen. I'm going to pop off there for a minute. I'm going to go to radar and just to see how it looks. I'm hoping these slide east of us pretty quick and we get into that dry spot. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's getting bigger. Of course. Looks like we're going to get some storms for a while. That was 6 minutes ago, so we may be probably right on the edge of it. Yeah, we're going to get this for a little bit. So we're kind of right dab in the middle of this one right now. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Melody. Thunder, lightning, rain, big wind out there. This is December. Where's the snow? I agree, Krista. Corey, how are things out there in Baker Township? You guys doing all right though? Lucy plans to keep me awake all night. Yeah, Kristen's got a little newborn, so little beautiful little angel. Hello, Richard. I hear some rumblings outside. A little rain, little wind, and we can deal with that. When it starts getting stupid is when we don't like it. Yep, listen to thunder pouring and windy right now. Well, it's hitting your area first. It's coming up from the southwest. So whatever you get, then we're getting a few minutes after you. So if you're still standing, then we're in good shape. Corey's our point man tonight. I worry about the next round, if there is going to be one tonight, after 1 a.m. or around 1 a.m. This guy may not be up that late, though. Yeah, we're getting what Corey got. Anybody see the temperature? I wanted curious what the temperature was outside. 63. That is insane. 63 degrees. December 10th. No bueno. Some lightning. Hello, Sharon. Anybody got any reports? Power outages? Drink coffee. Guy. I should. Thanks, Denise. But I intended to go to bed and go to work tomorrow morning. I still may do that. We turn the air back on. Corey, you know, I just turned my fan up a notch higher in the bedroom, so. Hello, Jeff. Oh. That's a bit loud. Humidity at 97, yeah. That was a big one. I don't like those. Those gets me to kill my signal and go about my business. That sounded like it was on the west side of town. The yard swing is on the other side of the yard. Big thunder. Yep. I just heard that one. Hello, Jeff. Get out the candles just in case. Corey is just south of town in Baker Township. Just literally 2 miles south of town, give or take. Anybody know what's going on in Bloomfield? We're said no one ever. Yeah, you're out in the open now, aren't you? Wind is picking up here about 5 miles south of town. Chris, is it still raining and storming out there, or has it moved through? Oh, you're not far from Corey at all. That's right. Hello, Jack. Pouring at Wilbur. Well, we needed to get through your area, so when we know we're about done, you gotta give us the green light. Pouring at Brown's Crossing. We're getting heavy rain here now. I hope that's rain. If that's wind, I need to get off here. Still pouring here. PJ, me and you's 8 blocks away from each other. We're living it. Pouring in Brown's Crossing. Lori's further south and west of us. So yeah, it's got to end at Brown's Crossing first. Little storm, Lenny. Hopefully it's nothing major. Little wind, little rain, little thunder, and we get through this part of it. No severe warnings for us other than the tornado watch is all we have going right now. Well, they were talking 80 mile an hour later on tonight. That's what concerns me the most. That Kentucky storm had 200 mile an hour winds. What they were guesstimating. Whew. That's hurricane force. That's a big old boat. Hoping I'm not. Yeah, I hope you don't have to either, Heather. As of right now, no. I mean, you can. Rain, go away. No doubt. You can go to the basement. We're just not under. Let's go to Jimmy Nash play some basketball. Back in the day, we probably would. Now, no. We'd have to throw the light switch on and hope Marvin didn't get mad at us. Had our first power flicker out here by the forestry, came right back on, but I figured it would be off before the night's over. Pray for Memphis in an Amazon building. So that was Memphis and not in Illinois. I heard it was in Illinois, Teresa, in the Amazon building. I keep waiting for our Browns crossings and our Baker Township people to say, "Hey, it stopped raining out here." That's what we need to hear from them. It was Illinois. Maybe there was another one in Memphis. That's a big wind gust. I mean, that's a big wind gust right there. Yep. Tornado watch till 3 a.m. Yeah, Edwardsville, Illinois. That's so Memphis was hit too. I hope it stopped raining somewhere because it's blowing and pouring outside right now. It sounds like it's coming down in sheets. I mean, just coming down. It's all right. We can deal with a little storm. We just don't want a severe one. We don't want the devastation of some of these towns they're going to have to deal with tomorrow morning. Hello, Amber. Mayfield, Kentucky was hammered by a massive, they said they guesstimated it at a mile-wide tornado. Did you imagine that? Just got home from waiting tables all day. The weather in Jackson already hyperventilating, and also had to even charge my phone today. Got to charge that phone and calm them down. Do you imagine a mile-wide tornado with 200-mile-an-hour winds? What it would do to a little rural community like that? That is scary, folks. That is scary stuff. Where's my Baker Township people at in Browns Crossing? Give us a little out there update. Right, not to hyperventilate, right? Hey, it is what it is. This is just our typical spring storm in December. It calmed down out here right now. That is the light at the end of the tunnel for this round right there. When you hear Baker Township has calmed down, you know it's not too far off. That's what we want to hear from our barely raining. All of them came in at the same time. Baker, Browns Crossing, and Baker. I agree, Sean. I'm praying for safety for everyone. All right. That's light at the end of the tunnel. Let's get off that and go to my radar. We need to just become connected with BAM. See, the radar is so behind now because of everything. Oh yeah, that tornado, and there it is. That is insane. I heard it up there. Thanks, Ann. Yeah, see, my phone still shows us knee deep in it. Okay, that's I can. The next line, if this slides east of us, is probably 2 hours away. An hour and a half, 2 hours away. BAM is awesome. I hate snow, but I would take snow over tornado any day of the week, Heather. I'd take 20 inches of snow over a tornado. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Heavy rain and imminence. Well, hopefully we're on the edge of this little round we got coming through right now. And the next round is about hour and a half guesstimate. But, I mean, there could be more pop up. Tired but afraid to go to bed. Go to bed, Shelly. I'll call you. Tornado! No, I wouldn't do that. Thank you, Randa. Thank you so much. Heavy rain and strong winds, Wilbur area. Thank you, Sydney. It's still storming in and around us right now. Hello, Angel. But it is calming down. It's calmed down quite a bit outside here on Columbus Street in town. I gotta look at this. I just got a text. Hang on. Yes. Yeah. Buddy, it is lightning thunder with heavy rain. Yeah, Shelly's in Mooresville. It just rolled through here, Shelly. Buddy of mine just sent me a picture of his generator and everything else. He's pretty much set. Got a little wind, got a little lightning and thunder and heavy rain heading your way, Shelly. If it's not already all the way there. Yeah, it blew pretty hard here. But from our point people on the southwest edge of this, Browns Crossing in Baker Township, they said it is lightened up. Billy is probably, Tanya, yeah, you're probably just getting it right now. What rolled through us. Heavy wind, heavy rain, a little bit of lightning and thunder. Oh, Sarah? Billy is probably sipping on a Keystone Light somewhere, locked in his basement. Michelle, are you guys getting snow out there? I heard the word blizzard in some areas. I was like, it's probably Iowa. Hello, Sarah. How you doing, dear? Is this done? Unfortunately, no. If you look at radar, the main line or the edge of the front is over in central Illinois. Our tornado watch runs until 3 a.m., but I would assume that line will be through here What time is it? 11:30. I would say by 1 o'clock is when the main line, and I'm just guesstimating. When picked up again. I don't know for sure, but just guessing time and distance. About an hour and a half. Just not getting thunder and more so. It's funny you can pinpoint where people live. Heather said, "Oh my God, the wind and the rain's back," and 30 seconds later, it hits here. She lives south and west of me. It's been so icy past couple hours. Staying warm, drinking my strawberry white cranberry juice. Whip vodka. That sounds good, Michelle. Pouring there where Jeff's at. Michelle, that sounds pretty good. I'm surprised Billy's not on. There's Joel. What's up, buddy? This is the weather club tonight, Joel. We're just monitoring the weather. We have our point people on the southwest side of us in Browns Crossing in Baker Township. We've got our northern affiliate of Jeff Price up in Lebanon. We have our Midwest affiliate out in Iowa in Michelle. We have our Texas affiliate south of Dallas in Wanette. I'm like a liquid strawberry shortcake. And we have our West Coast affiliate. Rich Woods is on. I saw him pop on out in California. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Rain hitting again. Beautiful. Are you in Boston, Joel? Are you serious? You'll be getting this tomorrow morning then. Yeah, it's starting to rain heavy here again too, Kim. Down in Browns Crossing? Is that what you're getting right now, Lori? My radar's worthless, though. Oh, it just keeps expanding. That's why you're getting it. It's not a big area, but I mean, it just keeps expanding. Yeah, I see your storm down in Browns Crossing now. I'm staying on here till the weather's safe. It's calming down in Green Township. I'm staying on here until either I get tired or it gets nasty. How about that? It gets real nasty, y'all. Back door open. Like my dad would do. He'd leave the front door open, leave the screen door shut, and the storms would blow in. Because back then we didn't have air conditioning, kids. We had the infamous fan in the window facing outside. Which I don't know what physics school he went to that said that worked, because it sure as hell didn't work. And I got brothers and sisters on here that will attest to that. Now let's put the fan in the window and point it out. What? What? That never worked. Well, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you being on here too. I like that you're on here live. I don't feel alone in the storm. I think that's what Heather was kind of saying too. Hey, I can't sleep when this crap comes through, so why not go live and hang out with people that suffer from the same anxieties? I'm not a storm fan. Michelle, wasn't that the dumbest thing ever? I don't. Unless you're sucking air off an ice cube the size of the city in another room and sucking it through the house, there's no reason to put the fan facing outside. You're just drawing in warm air from other parts of the house. Calm again. We've got a good report out of Baker Township. It is calm again. That is what we want to hear. Corey bringing us the good news. We use Radar Scope for radar and app on our phones. I think you have to pay for it once. I think I'm going to look at Porch Time, either buying into BAM if it's not a whole lot, or becoming a sponsor for BAM or something. They have different levels. 13 tornado emergencies have been declared tonight. I wonder what the record is. Oh, was it that Palm Sunday? It was like 70 some. Corey spoke too soon. I like. Well, yeah, Heather. I mean, that's the $1 million question. If it's just going to be a little storm, no big deal. But you don't know. Wind calm down, but raining still. Michelle, what is swamp cookers? Is there a typo in there? I'm trying to figure out what swamp cookers are. Instantly, I went to Cajun food, and I'm like, man, I could go from jambalaya. We need to have a shrimp boil, some jambalaya. Everything's food related anymore. The older you get, it's food and weather. Just wait till you start getting up there in age, kids. It's food and weather. You don't give a damn about anything else. I don't know anything about swamp hookers. Swamp coolers. There you go. Joe. Ah, it's good, Joe. Swamp coolers. Coolers. Not hookers, not cookers. Coolers. There's a major difference. It's weather, kids. It's not porch time after dark. Ah, it's funny. That's got to be a typo. Hell's a swamp cooker. Sleep is pretty important. Music. We do music too. I agree with that, Kim. Food, music, and weather, and then complain about lack of sleep. One is cheaper than the other. I agree with that. Hey, look at it this way. We've went through 2 rounds of this tonight, and we're in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, there are parts of the Midwest and the country that are not. Just to name a few: Arkansas, Missouri, St. Louis, Illinois, Memphis, and Mayfield, Kentucky was hit by a tornado that they're guesstimating to be a mile wide and had areas of 200-mile-an-hour winds. Could you imagine that? We got hit by an F3 here years ago, if you remember. But could you imagine a mile-wide tornado with 200-mile-an-hour winds? What it would do to a town like this? I don't know anything about Mayfield. I'm assuming it's a medium to small size little rural community in Kentucky. Just guessing. Could you imagine that? Yeah, that tornado's still rolling in parts of Kentucky. When Mr. Clark zooms in out of state that far and starts hitting on it, you know it's a bad situation. Mayfield Courthouse got leveled. Sounds like damn near the whole town did, Teresa, unfortunately. I was bouncing back and forth between Twitter and TikTok, and people were discussing things about it. Yep, prayers to all of them, Jeff. Couldn't imagine that. There's no good time for anything like that, but could you imagine? The holidays, I guess it comes down to being thankful that the stuff that you lose is replaceable if you make it through it. As long as your family and friends and everybody else survives it. I did hear of a nursing home getting hit in Arkansas, I believe. Pouring again. Corey, doggone it. We're going to have to relieve our Baker Township people. They're just not. This little storm system that's supposed to slide east is not sliding east fast enough. Man, it is just filling back in at an unbelievable. Now I got my phone screwed. Is that all storms now? Where the hell are we at? Here we go. Indianapolis. Yep. It is just one big, massive blob of rain now to our south and west. Now, we should be out of this part relatively soon. But there is a lot of smack him. I did not send any of this. But there is a lot of rain to our south and west. And then that final line, it's just cleared to St. Louis area and runs up. Man, if you get a chance to look at radar, look at the enormity of this system. It is just unbelievable. Yeah, we got to get this part moved through because we're not going to hit that dry spot now with everything backfilling. I don't like that. I don't like that part of it. And no, I won't go to sleep either for Jessica and anybody else that's on. As long as we've got severe weather in the area and we're under a tornado watch. I should get the coffee. How it's looking in Tennessee. I got radar punched up. There's some storms. The main line is just kind of crossing into Tennessee now. Memphis area. Still looks like it's an hour away. They've got rain and some storms, but the main, like the line that we're attached to, runs right down the edge of Tennessee. Still saying, I'm gonna get back to my. Hang on so I can catch up with these messages because I'm missing some. All right. Let my phone catch up here. It's not going to. Go back up here. Somebody needs to take their red Dodge Ram and send Dorothy up tonight. I can't sleep. I sit and listen. They said the tornado south has been on the ground for 250 miles. Woo! That's the one in Kentucky. You're going to get snow shortly. You're welcome, Ashley. There's a tornado warning near extreme western Tennessee. That would be right there coming into Memphis. Make sure you charge your phone. No rain or wind finally. Lori said, good. Yeah, that tornado in Kentucky is insane. That's the one that was a mile wide, and they said that had 200-mile-an-hour winds in spots, Kim. That's a killer. That is insane. Prayers to anybody in that thing's path. If you're hearing this voice and you're in the path of that thing, get the hell out of the way. Or get in the basement. Yeah. F5 for sure. That's a big beast. Any other reports? Any power outages in town anywhere around the community? That's a pretty good little wind gust we had right there. Rattled my doors. I don't like that. It's still howling. Severe thunderstorm warning for Bloomington. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Bloomington. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Be careful. I'm going to punch back up radar because I've got a daughter in Bloomington. Yeah, it's a mess down there. Man, it is just relentless tonight everywhere. Yeah. That's probably the one coming up from the south. Odin, Bloomington area. Yeah. There's a pretty big red cell. That one's probably going to miss us, but there's one just a little west of it that could slide up this way. But yeah, that's a pretty good sized storm south and west of Bloomington heading right for it. I would say it's in Odin right now. And guys, this is going to go on most of the night. I hate saying that. We're in it. We're in the middle of it. There's storms popped up now, that back area where we talked about the dry area. There are scattered storms pretty much from Indianapolis to Terre Haute in a line, and then all the way down Terre Haute, all the way to Tennessee. That's the one line. The second line is just a massive red blob of crap that covers almost the entire United States. Stops down in Texas. Or should I say, it stops in Texas. I may need some, Wendy. I'm not going to go get any. I don't have any here at the house right now. Hopefully everybody be safe in Bloomington. All right, I'm going to go back to my live page. Uh-oh. I'm going to click over to BAM off my page and see what they're saying. Maybe I'll turn him up so we can hear it.
I'm going to mute you guys.
How about that? Let me know if you guys can hear him. And I'll share it to our page too if you want to go watch it there. But we'll just sit and listen to Michael Clark. He is not talking yet.
All right, guys, I'm going to let some people get joined in here.
Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear that.
Get some coverage going on. Let's see. right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So, got a couple of things here. We'll go real quick. First and foremost, tornado warning now here in northwestern Indiana. This tornado warning is going to go until 12:15 a.m. And that tornado warning is going to cover places like Howard, Newport, Highland, Kingman, Indiana. I've actually chased a tornado in Kingman, Indiana before. EF1 a few years ago, but Perrysville down here. Let's take a look. Tornado warning for Fountain County, southwestern Fountain, northwestern Park County, and then that's going to be central Vermilion County. That's going to go until 12:15. Again, a tornado warning is going to be moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So if you're kind of in the threat of that, moving north and east here. Tell you what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to make the cities a little bit bigger for you to see. All right, give me just a moment here.
The tornadoes north of us.
Okay. So that's the tornado warning here that's going to go until 12:15. And then down south here we have a severe thunderstorm warning. And that severe thunderstorm warning, change some colors here, you can see a little bit better. That severe thunderstorm warning is going to include Bloomington, Ellettsville, Odin, Indiana. In fact, if we look at a scan here with wind velocity data, this radar is estimating, in fact, well north of 80 mile per hour winds. In fact, it's a little high up on the beam height, so we may not have winds that intense with it, but regardless, that is a significant signature there for just damaging winds. That warning there is going to go until 12:15 also. But the warning does say 70 mile per hour wind gusts are possible. That severe thunderstorm warning, again, is covering Ellettsville, Bloomington, Clear Creek. The strongest part of the storm right now is actually located just over Bloomfield, over Crane, Indiana. And again, that is moving off to the north and east. And 70, I would not be shocked to see a couple 75 mile per hour wind gusts come out of this.
That's crazy.
And as it continues to move north and east, it's moving north and east very, very quickly. I believe if we look at the storm tracks here, it's probably moving at about, actually the warning pegs it moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. So it's an incredibly fast-moving thunderstorm. Very easy for there to be wind damage and severe weather with this. Okay, I'm going to turn the storm tracks off real quick. Again, I'm doing it just kind of coverage here locally. I cannot answer all of your questions, but you can. If you guys want to send the stars and share the status, share it for me. Tag a friend; it would be greatly appreciated. In terms of timing, additional impacts. There's something else I want to bring your attention towards. We'll go down here to southwest Indiana and western Illinois, and that's where we're watching more activity really kind of get its act together. You can see all kinds of tornado warnings across west central Kentucky. But there's more activity I want to point your attention to back out to the west that may offer up the potential here for additional severe weather threats later tonight. So that's something I just want to, again, kind of keep your eye on here. It's a couple of waves, if you will. All right. We'll go back to a single view, pull it out a little bit, and when I do these live streams, what I like to do is kind of pause and gather my bearings. We do have up across northern Indiana several severe thunderstorm warnings. South Bend, Plymouth.
Yeah, northern part of the state's getting hammered
Rochester,
too.
Monticello, Logansport.
Massive.
All of these thunderstorms, really, when you look at velocity scans, are going to be capable of wind gusts well north of 70 miles per hour. Again, upper level winds registering over 85 miles per hour with these. And it's just a blob, really, of thunderstorms that really impressive in terms of just aerial coverage, the amount of just wind in these. Not typical, really. A really, really strong QLCS is a quasi-linear type convective system. And what I mean by that is it's somewhat linear, but it's kind of sloppy. You see these individual bands, these heavier bands of convection, but they all have embedded 70-plus mile per hour wind potential in them. With all these severe thunderstorm warnings continuing to move off to the north and to the east, I would imagine as this thunderstorm continues to approach the Indianapolis metro area, it's going to be easy to bring down any type of significant wind with it as well. And you can see the kind of wind that these things are carrying. All right, if you're just tuning in, the only tornado warning in the state right now, Howard, Indiana, Newport, Central Vermilion County, Kingman, that tornado warning is going to go to 12:15. Not an overly impressive tornado signature, at least on radar right now. Looks to be somewhat a little bit more outflow dominant, but maybe even that next scan even a little bit more, perhaps. Not necessarily an incredible tornado signature, but more of a linear structure there in terms of, look at, let's see here real quick, sorry. Quite a few of you watching. All right, so let's pull this out a little bit. Gather the bearings here again. Sure we don't have any new warnings popping up. Boy, northern Indiana just getting hammered up there.
Yeah, they're getting wiped out.
You guys know anybody up there? Make sure they're seeking shelter, if you will. Tell you what I'm going to do real quick, too, is I'm also going to show you more of a regional view. And again, as I mentioned, got this round coming through.
You guys watch what other forecast you want, but I'm telling you right now,
that I'm seeing too.
These guys are as good as it gets.
It's going to come really kind of along a front, if you will. All of this purple color that you see, this is what we call a significant tornado parameter, and it has me worried for these storms here. This area of thunderstorm, as it enters this environment and moves into central Indiana. We've got this round, but there will be a second round that'll come in, and again, potentially bring another round of not only damaging wind threat, but a tornado risk, just based on the dynamics there, just out from Olney down to Mount Vernon and Marion. Okay, so again, multiple severe thunderstorm warnings across northern Indiana, northwest Indiana. This storm here continues to worry me as it goes across Montgomery County, Boone County, Tippecanoe County. As that storm moves northeast,
BAM chase, the BAM guys.
That it could continue to
lights are flickering.
Pack a little bit of a punch there as well. So if you are in the path of that tornado warning, you get a warning out ahead of it. Take it seriously. Again, these storms are going to easily bring down some pretty intense winds. Latest scans here now down across southwestern Monroe County. Upper level winds here. Radar indicating 90-mile-per-hour winds with this. So,
are you kidding me?
I just got some pictures being sent to me from some of the tornado damage. Mayfield, Kentucky, before and after. This is unbelievable. I'm going to share some of these with you guys. These are somewhat disturbing images of this building down in Mayfield, Kentucky. There is the picture. Meteorologist Brett Waltz sending some of these over to us. And here is the after picture. My goodness, that is absolutely insane. Let's see if I can get these in the image for you here. In Mayfield, Kentucky tornado, you see the before and the after. It's absolutely insane. Prayers for those people down there.
Looks like a bomb hit it.
Imagine a tornado of that magnitude, that strength, literally ripping the bark and the leaves and everything off of the trees, and scalping the top half of the building. So some devastating images there coming out of Mayfield. Prayers with those people. That tornado has tracked now more than 250 miles, and it's still going. In fact, looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be a busy night, guys, so bear with me. Jump back up here to coverage real quick. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Covers does go into Tippecanoe, western Tippecanoe County now, western Montgomery County.
West of us.
It's going to include Lafayette. It's
west and north.
Just going to miss Crawfordsville. On the west side of Crawfordsville, severe thunderstorm warning there. Let me get some verbiage on
Laura,
that
you can go on Facebook. Type in Corey posted it. BAM on Facebook.
This here is going to go until 12:30. Right, that looks like a warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts moving east at 55 miles per hour. That warning there, again, just issued Battleground, Lafayette, west of
Did you see that, Corey?
And we also have another new severe thunderstorm warning that's going to include Bicknell, Vincennes, Bowdoin, Indiana, Sanborn. All right, again, getting some really impressive. You switch to the Evansville radar.
That's the one Wendy had just mentioned.
Really close to Vincennes, Bicknell, Plainville, Elnora. That severe thunderstorm warning there. Again, a new one. That severe thunderstorm warning is going to go to 12:30 as well, and that is also going to be capable of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is going to.
It's a nasty-looking storm.
Northeast at again 65 miles per hour. That is incredibly fast-moving thunderstorm there for sure. Guys, again, share this.
Heavy rain here in town again also.
Increase the engagement. Tag a friend. And going to be a busy night across central Indiana for severe weather. Now, back out further to the west, as I was talking about that secondary threat, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued out ahead of that as well. Get your attention on that one. Zoom in a little bit. Because this is the thunderstorm I was worried about kind of coming into a better environment where the jet is really going to organize right here. You can actually see some of the Boeing segments here. Just west of Shelbyville, Illinois, they're going to get hit again. Cowden, Vandalia as well. Also chased a tornado out there. 2011, I believe, it chased a moderate risk tornado. But you go back over here and see it's issuing the warnings out ahead of this. Interesting. Okay.
Man, this stuff just...
Brett or Vince, do you guys have any more possibly pictures or anything of what happened east of St. Louis with the Amazon warehouse? I've got another picture here that was sent a little while ago. This was a picture of...
That's what it looks like, Wendy.
This is actually the Mayfield tornado. I'm sorry. This is Mayfield, Kentucky, but I want to show you guys this. You could have to guess this is probably a mile-wide tornado that was taken out of Mayfield, Kentucky. But I do know that an Amazon warehouse east of St. Louis was hit. There's a report from law enforcement of possible mass casualty.
That's sad.
And people trapped inside that building. Here we go. We do have images of that, Brett, sending those over. St. Louis Post-Dispatch here. This is an image of these storms that are heading that way, of the Amazon plant out that way.
Took half the building.
Just an absolutely devastating look here. It's one of the most, really worst case scenarios. A lot of why we do these live streams and try to bring people the latest information possible. Absolutely horrible. People trapped inside there at that building, getting into the holidays. It's just a very sad.
If you go to Facebook and type in BAM,
prayers for the folks east of St. Louis.
It's a little weather thing.
Mayfield, Kentucky,
click on it and then go to their site.
Over 250-mile long track violent tornado.
I don't have their app. I just do it through Facebook.
Here. Princeton, Kentucky was also hit directly head on as well. So, guys, that's why we're on here.
There you go.
Me tonight. Timing, time of year, and Brett and Vince and Kirk. I know you guys. I can't hear you guys, but the significant tornado. If you guys look at the screen, it actually just updated. It's kind of shifted more over central and south central Indiana. This is the significant tornado parameter. And what this does, guys, this kind of tells us if there's ingredients in place for tornadoes. You can see that there certainly is. And it's just a concerning look. So I want to continue to certainly monitor the storms as they cross into a very favorable environment, especially from this area here. This area right here concerns me as this stuff tracks into that environment from Charleston, Effingham, Vandalia, just west of Mount Vernon. This stuff's going to get into central Indiana probably closer to the 2 a.m. time frame. So this is round one of what's happening right now. Round two of what's coming and the timing and everything's just dangerous. A dangerous setup, and we really just want to encourage folks to heed all warnings, take it all very seriously. You can see the tornado emergencies still going on down across central Kentucky. What's up here real quick, so you guys can see that. Just absolutely unbelievable how long this tornado has been on the ground.
That's
down
that
there.
same one.
It is now moving into, got folks that are in the path of this or know anybody or any family or anything. Got Bremen, Kentucky, Island, Kentucky coming into Centertown as well. Really just getting out of Anton, Kentucky, Graham, Kentucky. Again, just an absolutely nasty look here. Look at the rotation on the radar. You can see this is the indication of the tornadic rotation. Fairly wide, I mean, fairly long, and just indications here of a big tornado still ongoing down there, okay? Go back here to coverage locally across Indiana. Get my bearings here again and try and get you guys the latest. Anything new to report warning-wise? Still very concerned about this stuff out across east central Illinois. I'm going to keep this live for a little bit. I'm going to my other meteorologist back on here so I can kind of hear what they're saying. You guys are live, but I'm just curious if you guys have seen anything else. Just yeah. What I'm noticing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tapping into the jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, low level jet in that area right now. 55, 60 plus knots.
Yep.
So
Okay.
takes that down 70 plus mile an hour winds with that. That is working kind of along.
All right, I'm going to kill Bam for now. And just go back to our little post. Well, can't say they didn't warn us this was coming. What do you guys want to do? You want me to step off here for a little bit and come back? Your call. We're down to 22 viewers, so let's take a break. Keep our fingers crossed. It's still just pouring and blowing outside. Let's keep our fingers crossed and say our prayers. Check on your friends, your neighbors, your elderly. Charge your cell phones. Get your flashlights. Remember, we still got a bigger line yet to get through here at some point in time tonight. Love you guys. Be safe. I'll be back on in a little bit. Now, if Peyton's going to call in, I'll stay on live here for a minute. All right, doesn't sound like he's going to. We'll be back on later, Peyton. You got my number. I'm going to check on that tornado warning or BIC now. See you guys in a little bit.